What is going on? Welcome back to another video. Game 5 of the NBA playoffs. OKC, Denver Nuggets in Paycom Center, Oklahoma. Man, was this game entertaining as all hell. Welcome back to the channel. David Uncut here. Let's talk about this game. So, OKC punched Denver right in the face, right? They come out, open up the game 12-2. Denver makes a run. They actually end up leading this game at the end of the first quarter. So I was a little surprised. Usually OKC is really strong about having those leads at the very beginning of the game. So a little surprised, but honestly, I wasn't really fazed at all. This game was a game of runs. A little bit here, a little bit there. Jokic started off the night unbelievable. He ended up at the end of the game 44-piece McNugget combo, extra large, all the sides was what Jokic gave us tonight. Outside of that though, ghost town. Jamal Murray, you're excluded a little bit besides the fourth quarter. That's what I'm going to criticize you, all right, man? But everybody else, major L. Aaron Gordon didn't score more than 20 points. You know what happens when Aaron Gordon doesn't score more than 20 points? The Nuggets lose. Michael Porter Jr. also non-factor. Russell Westbrook also non-factor in this game. You compare that to OKC, Chet, SGA, Lou Dort, Jay Williams. All of those guys came to play today, and especially in the fourth quarter. And that's really where this game gets super interesting. But hold on, we're not there just yet. In the third quarter, Denver comes out, punches OKC. They go up by 9. In this moment in particular, I remember texting my friend and saying, yo, no fear. He said, go Nuggets, go. I said, hold on. OKC comeback win, just you wait. And that's exactly what happened. Right after the Denver Nuggets went up 90 to 81, I was like, no fear. OKC, timely passes. They looked so poised, so calm in the fourth, and they just looked ready to go. They weren't fazed by anything, okay? So that was step one of the process. Then, in the fourth quarter, they ended up tying the game again. Jokic. That was the only offensive piece in the fourth quarter. They could not score. The Denver Nuggets could not score. They looked frantic. They looked frazzled. Jamal Murray wasn't his usual playoff riser himself. They looked like a shell of themselves. And being a Laker fan, I have seen Jokic and Murray shoot crazy step back threes, shots that are not even plausible. And in this game, there was only one of those with Jokic, with the deep three ball over his head, Oklahoma City timeout. But outside of that, no one else showed up in the fourth quarter. You want to know something else? In back-to-back games, OKC has crushed the Nuggets in the fourth quarter. Usually the Nuggets are king. The Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, everyone else steps up in the fourth quarter. That is their bread and butter. And ultimately in this game, could not pull through. So that is a bit of a shocker because honestly, you can't bet against Jokic. He's the former MVP. This guy is a menace. But he's not that great on defense, and this guy is tired. Seeing his hands on his knees, just like gasping for air. Meanwhile, Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren look cool as cucumbers. OKC has so many bodies. They're so young. That's the thing about them. They develop the right way, and they have so many people to throw at Jokic. Similar to the Lakers in the 2020 bubble. Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis. Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, right? They had Cat last year. So they had so much more length, and this is exactly how to stop the Nuggets. Because when you have multiple bodies, you're able to slow Jokic down. And that's exactly what happened. And so this game really got away from the Nuggets in that fourth quarter when Lou Dort, Jay Williams, and SGA in particular, they just looked so calm. They slowed the game down. They knew that momentum was on their side. They were playing at home in front of all of their fans. They knew where the energy was going, and ultimately that is what won them the game. SGA, 31 points, very good. Basically almost the entire starting five scored more than double-digit points. So when you have that, you're going to win a lot of basketball games. And ultimately, I don't think the Nuggets are going to have enough on their home court to push it to 7. I think OKC wins this in 6. I think Denver, as formidable as an opponent as they are, Jamal Murray, he is a playoff riser. I'm not saying he's not, because he deserves his flowers too. They just do not have it this year. They don't have enough depth. They don't have a backup center. They don't have enough to get it done. Similar to the Lakers this season, they just did not have enough to be able to push past their weaknesses. And that's ultimately what's going to happen. And even if, let's just go ahead and say they do win, okay, in Game 6, the Nuggets push it to 7, I promise you, SGA is not going to let this moment slip. SGA, they're ready for their moment. All of those guys know what's at stake, and they're just honestly having fun out there. They don't even look stressed. They don't look bothered. They look calm, cool, and collected, like I said. So ultimately, I got OKC in 6. Yeah, 6. They're gonna go to Denver. They're gonna go to Mile High. They're not scared of the altitude, and they're gonna win. I don't think it's gonna be a close game. I think at least I'm gonna say OKC by at least 7 points. That's going to be my guesstimation. And the other news that we didn't cover was the Pacers-Cavs game. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs. What happened? I mean, talk about a collapse if I've ever seen one. Tyrese Halliburton is him. He is insane. And honestly, Miles Turner and the rest of those guys, they just look so ready. They just look so ready. They don't have any injuries, and they're so calm, and they're just ultimately having fun. That's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Subscribe just in general, because I'm making these videos. The NBA playoffs are always heating up. I'm so excited to talk about all these games. This is David Uncut, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.